through the Constitution, I believe it to be, and there's the First and the Second Amendments. Now, the First Amendment, I believe, is about freedom of speech, and the Second Amendment is about firearms. Now, and the gentleman at the gun range was saying that they both protect each other. You know, if freedom of speech is being hindered, then, you know, the Second Amendment can kick up and get that back in order. So it's the gun debate. I'm not one to put my opinion on it, because I at the end of the day, I'm a redcoat, a foreigner. I'm a British cousin who, we don't have that here. I understand that there was we did have guns at one point. We did in the UK. There was 2 massacres that took place in the UK. It was a while ago now. I think it was like in the 90s, I believe, or even earlier, or later on. But it was a while ago. The Hungerford massacre, where a guy just went on a rampage and just shot random civilians. And then I believe there was a shooting in a school in Scotland, and then the UK government really got down to business and really, put harsher gun laws, and that is where we are now. So, but there was an interesting point that when I was at the gun range, that my mate's godfather mentioned to me when we were at the range, and he said about, how do you feel about all this? How do you feel right now, like being around the firearms? And I said, well, I feel okay right now. Like, I feel pretty relaxed, like we're here just doing this. But then I said my initial reaction before just discussing guns or this, that, and the other beforehand, it would have been fear. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, I just had that sense of fear, like doubt, sort of apprehension, and due to the culture I come from, and also, the things that I see on the news and stuff like that. But then he mentioned to me that he said, I find that's interesting. I find it interesting that your initial response is fear, and I feel like they've got you psychologically conquered that way. And I really thinking to myself, I'm like, that's an interesting thing to say, very interesting. I'm guessing the positive thing, again, I'm not promoting firearms, just discussing it, please, UK government. Anyway, I'm trying to think now. I'm only saying that because that gentleman from York, that poor guy from Yorkshire, that should never have happened to him. Anyway, I'm guessing firearms then there's a positive side and a negative side. At the end of the day, if someone needs to defend themselves in a dangerous situation and they've got a firearm, then they can defend themselves. Obviously,